Welcome to the Becks, a podcast that explores multimedia horror with hosts Becky and Sydney. Join us as we talk about movies, books, video games, music, and much, much more.
Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Sydney Rebecca.
And I'm Rebecca Snow.
And we're the Becks. This week we're talking about The Backrooms, which is a film that just came out. So if you haven't seen it yet and you're scared of spoilers,
don't listen.
Click away.
Till later. Come back when you've seen it.
Yes.
Don't just ignore us.
Well, I mean, you could give us the listen without actually listening. We like that too. We like our numbers.
Just turn it on and let it run? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. She says. I was like, what?
And then listen to it a second time, but this time for real after you've seen the movie.
Yeah.
Because then it's 2 plays. Hey, we got to be strategic.
Yeah, we're trying hard to retire from normal everyday jobs and become podcasters forever.
Forever and ever.
Anyway.
So.
The Backrooms. I knew nothing about this, okay? Like, nothing. I didn't know about the creepypasta. I didn't know, is there a series or something?
The creator, Kane Parsons, he was originally doing a YouTube series.
Okay.
Which is still apparently continuing. Like, he plans to still do it, but he also might make more movies as well.
Okay. So I knew nothing about any of it. I just knew that this was coming out, and Sydney was like, we've got to go. And Keegan was like, we want to go too. So, I went to see it. And I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I still don't know how I feel about it. Sydney went to see it a second time. So.
I did. I liked it.
I mean, I'm not saying I didn't like it. I'm just saying I don't know how to feel about it.
This is definitely not going to be a horror movie that's for everyone. We've talked about horror movies like this before. I think it's definitely more niche. It's a type of horror movie that hasn't been done before. The easiest thing I think for them to do in a scenario like this would have been completely doing it like a found footage film. And they utilize that for parts of the movie, but they don't do it all the time.
We don't like found footage films, though. Most of the time. There are a couple we can stand, but...
Some are just...
We haven't found a lot that we really like.
Some are just cheesy and dumb.
Yeah.
So this is a science fiction horror movie. It centers around this infinite space in the basement of a furniture store. Ironically, the opening scene of this movie with the yellow walls and the space that seems to go on forever, that is a real picture that was taken back in 2003 when a furniture store was getting renovated. And so they had these pictures, this furniture store had these pictures that they had taken during the process of renovation. And someone on the internet found it and posted it on this piece of shit dirt pile of a website called 4chan. And that was kind of where the creepypasta originated. It was in a thread that was talking about like images that are just a little bit off or that make you feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
And it kind of blew up from there.
I kind of get that, though. Empty buildings, like a big empty building like that you're not familiar with, I think would bother me, too. I would not have you ever been into, like, a big hospital down in the city or whatever? Down in the city. I'm a country girl. Jesus. Okay, been to a much bigger hospital than what we have in our area. Mm-hmm. And you're going down hallways, like, my dad was sick and was in hospitals and my mom and blah, blah, blah. So sometimes you're there days, or you stay down there or you stay with them or whatever. So you're walking the hallways at night and there's, like, no one, in certain spots of the hospital. Like, there's the nurse's station where all the activity's going on. But
yeah,
just all those hallways and doors and, yeah, it's creepy. So for it to be empty... and not know what's around that next corner or behind that door. I get it.
That's the interesting thing, and I don't know how they did it. I don't know if it was like lighting, camera angles, whatever. But even though the impression that you get through the characters when they start exploring the quote-unquote backrooms, everything looks empty, but you still get the impression that you're being watched or you're not alone. It's very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's a super uncomfortable feeling.
And the main character, we'll get into his character arc a little bit in a second, but I do find it interesting that while he was kind of initially freaked out by it, he eventually was just like very blasé about it because of how mentally ill he was.
Yeah, he got excited about it.
Yeah. So the movie's main character's name is Clark. There's technically two main characters. There's Clark and there's Mary. Clark owns the furniture store. It's not a very successful business. So he's struggling with that. He's struggling with a failed marriage. So he goes and sees our other main character, Mary, who is his therapist. And she's got her own shit going on.
I was going to say, I don't think she's a great therapist, to be honest. Maybe I'm wrong, but I was just like, huh.
So the movie actually opens up with this person in a hazmat suit, essentially, and he's running around, terrified, breathing heavy. This is one of the parts of the film that has the found footage kind of aspect to it because he has a built-in like body camera or helmet camera or whatever. Mm-hmm. And he had been lost, obviously, because he was very relieved when he found the equipment.
Yeah, like communication equipment, radio and stuff.
Yeah, and he was trying to get back a hold of
whoever's we don't charge. Really know anything, so yeah.
And he never gets a reply, and then something starts chasing him, and eventually, you assume, kills him violently.
Yeah, and as he's running, he's like going into different rooms, and it's just like, it's like a maze in there. A maze wherever he is. It's just, I don't like it.
Yeah, it is like a maze. The architecture doesn't really make sense. Like, the doorways are all sorts of different sizes. Some rooms have different wallpaper.
There's, like, different things hanging out of the walls, out of the ceiling.
Yeah, like, things have been... It's like a glitch in a video game. Things are half hanging out of... Like, a banner is... cutting through the ceiling and the floor and the wall, and
just strange.
He actually gets to a point where there's like leaves on the ground and he can hear almost like the sounds of a playground.
Yeah.
But he can't get to it. So you learn a couple of things about this, is that it seems like the real world is kind of infecting it, and or it's infecting the real world. And then also like there's potentially other doorways into it, which you learn quickly because Clark himself discovers one.
Completely accidental. I mean, can you imagine? So he's got some issues with the electric in his building. So he brings in an electrician to see what's going on. And they've got like a whole nother set of switches that Clark's like, those weren't there. I don't know where those came from. I swear they weren't there.
And and the electrician is like, well, whoever installed these is a joke because they're not even like, what are they even connected to? And he flips them and nothing happens.
Yeah. And the power's going out periodically upstairs in different spots. Just weird.
And he noticed it first because his electric bill was outrageous, which is fascinating to me because, so let's assume that he's getting billed for the entire backroom's electricity. Like, how much energy is it using in there all the time?
Right?
Like, I want to know what the bill looks like.
Yeah,
I'm just curious.
Like, how high is outrageous? And it suddenly started? Did the backrooms just suddenly attach themselves to his building? We find out he's sleeping in the store.
Because he got kicked out of his house.
Yes, his house by his wife.
Which I will point out, Clark is not a good guy.
No, he's not.
He's not. And this is another thing that is interesting to me, is that we have kind of an increase in movies where, at least I've noticed, that you're not necessarily supposed to like the main characters. Like, okay, yeah, they're like bad people, but they have depth to it. You know, I felt the same way about a lot of the characters in Weapons. There wasn't really any character that was likable in that movie except the kid.
True.
And I do want to point out, too, is that one of the reasons why his marriage failed, which he talks to the therapist about, to Mary about, is he came home drunk. And he has not done anything to help with his drinking problem. In fact, it seems like he drinks himself to sleep every single night.
Yeah, that's how it sounded.
A fifth of whiskey, or I don't know. What are the small ones? A pint?
Yeah. His wife has been asking him to quit drinking. He gets angry with her. He admits that.
Breaks the glass. And
He's
that's what
struggling
wakes her.
financially, and here he is drinking instead of trying to figure out how to make things better. So we all know there's always two sides to each story, especially in a marriage. You don't know, and we never get her side of the story, obviously, but
we kind of do.
Well, yeah, I guess we kind of do.
So, okay, let's keep talking. We'll get there. So, he goes downstairs to figure out what is with the electricity. He comes down the stairs and he sees like a doorway light, but it's in the wall.
Yeah, it's like a sliver of light.
And he only can see it when he looks at it from a certain angle.
Yeah.
So then he walks up to it and tries to touch the wall with his hand, and his hand goes through.
Falls right into the other room there. He's just in the back rooms.
And there's furniture piled up. He's calling out to see if anybody's around.
But he feels very uncomfortable instantly. You can tell he's feeling very uncomfortable. There's kind of like an ominous feeling there. I mean, which I guess you just fell through your wall and you're in a weird place. I guess I would feel kind of ominous. Like,
I'm trying to determine if I had no concept of the Backrooms, as these characters do not.
What would you
Would
think?
I be scared or would I be fascinated? Because, I mean, we've had stories like this before that are fun. Like, instantly I thought of the Chronicles of Narnia.
My oldest brother, used to tell me and Belinda, if he babysat when she was over or whatever, he would tell us to stand with our hand on the wall, and eventually we'd go through it and we'd find like this hidden world. Fucker. Stood there a long time.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm not kidding. We were little. I wonder if Belinda remembers that. Belinda, do you remember that? She listens to us sometimes.
That's funny and fucked up. So he starts exploring. He sees more weird furniture. So, important to note, we get a little glimpse of him filming a commercial for his furniture store with the help of his assistant manager, Kat, and her boyfriend, Bobby. And it's really cringe and embarrassing. He's like a pirate, and he has a peg leg.
He has a peg leg, his knees bent behind him, and he's walking on this peg leg, and it's awful. It is awful.
I mean, it's cute, but like not in a... I don't know how to describe it. It's cringy. Mm-mm. It's embarrassing. And he goes to sit on this throne, and it breaks. So he comes across a room with a giant version of the throne. This is important. Remember it for later. And there's shoes that have like clipped through the floor, just like a video game glitch, you know? They're solid. They're like they sunk into the floor and stopped halfway through.
Yeah.
And he starts to hear this voice in the distance. Mm-hmm. And immediately to me it sounded like a recording.
Yeah, for sure it did.
So he follows the voice, and it's this weird caveman cutout thing with a speaker box, and it's saying it's going through a loop of different languages, like different greetings in different languages. That's really weird.
Yeah, it's weird, and it's creepy.
Especially because he follows the chords back, and they kind of disappear into a wall.
Yeah.
Just like everything else. And there's a camera, too, pointing right at the door.
It's just, I don't know. I don't think I would be exploring it. I think I would be done. I don't know. I don't know if I'm that curious.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I mean, I would say I would not do it because I would be scared. But then again, I would be like, well, what the hell?
But again, we have the context of it being horrific, right? So
I don't know, but if you fell through like a magical door, and I don't know.
If all you had seen in your life was Chronicles of Narnia.
Well, maybe, but if you fell into that room, I mean, it's not like there's anything magical there. I mean, I guess there is magical there, but You know what I'm saying? You're not seeing anything beautiful, or it's just weird. It's completely weird.
It's beautiful if you're a CEO looking for an empty office space to build your empire.
Not really, because that office space is all fucked up. I mean,
it is pretty fucked
am I going to climb up a ramp to get to my wherever?
Before he goes into the back rooms, before he finds it, we do get, again, a glimpse into his relationship with Mary, his therapist. And they do this weird... This does take place in the 90s, okay? Just as a note. Because she's a therapist who's, like, selling her self-help tapes and her books and stuff
on late night TV.
Very 90s, very 90s. And they do this, and I know that this is an actual therapy tool, but oh my God. It seems so deeply uncomfortable. She pretends to be his wife. And he, of course, plays himself in the night that he got thrown out of the house. And it's immediately clear that he has a lot of anger. Mm-hmm. He gets really into it. He's like, do we have to? And she's like, yeah. And he's like, okay. And then he's immediately really into it and talks about how she's a fat, lazy bitch and he's paying for her schooling and, like, pays for everything when she's not at school and she just sits around and doesn't do anything.
Yeah, you can pretty much tell he doesn't like his wife. Like, at all. I mean, it's pretty apparent that, he wants his marriage back. No, he just wants that familiarity and that comfort of going to his house.
Yeah.
I don't think it has anything to do with loving his wife, because he really has a very low opinion of her.
And he even says to the therapist, like, to be clear, it is my house. Yeah. Like, I bought it. Clearly he doesn't live in it.
But it's super cringy, the whole role-playing thing of her stepping into the role of his wife. I would not want to do that with my therapist.
Yeah, it's hard for me to see how that would be helpful.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know it is a tool that therapists do use. Like, even
and maybe it is because then your therapist, too, can see how you really react to certain situations, which can help them lead you to a path that would get you to deal with those situations better. I don't like role-playing of any kind. When I had to at work to make phone calls, learn how to make phone calls, I was like, no, this is dumb. You are being dumb right now. And I don't care if anybody hears that.
Oh my God, I'm glad I didn't have to do that.
It was awful.
Honestly, awful. It's better to just get thrown into it.
Yeah, I'd rather pick up the phone and just call someone than have someone sitting across from me going, bring, bring, hello, no, bye-bye. No, stupid. It's stupid. Sorry if anybody does that out there. I didn't like it.
So, at this point, okay, we're going to go back to Clark being in the back rooms. We get to the room with the camera and the caveman and the voice box. And he notices, like, a tiny pamphlet is stuck under a door. Now, this was interesting to me because, again, like, I guess it must have been different perspective-wise when you looked at it, but, like, we had already seen things, like, clipping through the floor and walls and stuff like that. So it is curious to me that he noticed it and was like, oh, there's a door here. Because there wasn't any indication that it was a door. There was no door handle. There was no light coming in. Nothing like that. So, but he does take it's not even really a door. It's like a shaft, and he takes the cover of it off. And inside is a backpack full of belongings with, like, a name tag. Well, anyway, he finds his bag, and then he hears something. He hears thudding footsteps. Uneven thudding footsteps. And he gets freaked out, so he pockets the name tag. Which never gets brought up again, by the way.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
And then makes a run for it, basically. He crawls through the shaft, and it opens up into this room. Again, there's, like, a pile of furniture. And then on the far wall, there's, like, this incline leading to a door.
Like, super incline.
Yeah, he was, like, sliding down because it's not like a floor. It's not textured. It's like a wall. Mm-hmm. So he's frantically trying to climb up this thing, and he does get the door open, and he closes it behind him, and he keeps running, and he ends up actually looping somehow, getting back to kind of where he started. Landmark was this weird stop sign in the middle of the floor. So he uses that to make his way back. And he's obviously very freaked out, because when he looked behind him, when he started into the shaft or whatever it was, broke the shit out of the caveman, got out. Broke it into pieces.
I'm never going back. But does he?
He does.
Oh, he does.
And that's why we have a movie.
He tells his therapist about it, too.
He does. He goes to his therapist the next day, and he had drawn like a map. He actually asked her, and I forget what exactly he asked her, but it was like the code for involuntarily admitting someone. Mm-hmm. 5150, maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
And she's like, only if you're a danger to yourself and others. And he's like, okay, good, because I have something fucking crazy to tell you.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, it doesn't seem dangerous. It just seems weird.
Sure.
And it's clear she doesn't believe him. And he gets really mad about it, even though he shows her a map and is like, it's in the basement of my furniture store. Like, okay, Clark.
Yeah.
And he drives away, and he wants to get proof, right? He wants to get proof, so he's like, I know somebody who has a camera. Kat's boyfriend. So he goes to Kat's house, which is absurdly inappropriate.
Yeah, because he's her boss.
And she is disturbed that he's there.
Yeah, she's like, what is going on? Because her boyfriend answers the door. He's like, can you get that camera again? Can you borrow that camera? And they're both like, what?
He's like, I'll pay you. Did they ever get paid?
Well, they got paid in something. Wasn't good pay.
So at this point, Clark has explored a lot of the back rooms. He has the doorway taped, like the border of it taped when they go down to the basement. And he has a bunch of stuff. Like, he has notes strewn everywhere. He has, like, a cork board. He's
bringing stuff back with him. Like, the furniture and stuff. He's bringing it through from the back rooms into his furniture store.
Yeah. And he's like, did you guys bring the rope? And Bobby's like, yeah. And Kat's immediately like, this is fucked up and weird. We should not be here. Mm-hmm. Forget it. And this is even before they know about the back rooms, and Clark just... Like, okay.
He's very neurotic when he's asking them to go. So, of course, that's going to make you feel uncomfortable. I mean, if our boss came to us and was like, I need you guys to bring your camera, and I need you to come with me, I would because he's a really calm kind of person, I'd be like, what is happening right now?
I would text Lauren.
Yeah, me
I'd
too.
be like, what is going on with your husband?
Something's wrong. We're not going.
Oh my gosh, what if she was like, no, really? You should go with him.
I wouldn't go either. No, I don't trust you. I don't trust him. No. Not happening. You go and tell me all about it. Anyway.
Oh, one other important thing to note is after the initial therapy appointment, the very first one that we see, that very night, he goes and drives to his house and tries to spy on his wife, who is apparently not home and not in bed. So, does she even live there? Is she staying with a boyfriend?
Is she alive?
I wondered that myself. So, back at the furniture store, Clark walks through the doorway into the back rooms and disappears. And Bobby's like, what the fuck? Did you see that? And he immediately, follows Clark down.
Yeah, he's excited.
He has no fear.
Yeah, he's a dude.
Kat, on the other hand, is very freaked out. And...
he's like, just come on, it'll be fine.
And she does, to her credit. She does step through.
She does.
Personally, me, I would have wanted, proof that you could come back first.
Oh, me too.
Because, I mean, there's evidence that Clark has been in and out, but I would still want to see it.
Me too.
Personally.
Me too. And then I might step in there just to see. But I was always the friend that was like, I'll go a little bit, but then we're going to stop. We're not going to go too far. I had friends that did stupid shit, and I was like, well, you're on your own. I will see you when you get back.
This is as far as we go.
Yep.
No, at this point, Clark is telling Bobby, yeah, I've mapped out most of this. There's, it goes on forever.
It'll be fine.
There's even a pool, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Which is interesting because of what happens later.
Mm-hmm.
So, they get to a point where Clark is like, I haven't been able to go any further because it's steep. So I figured we would use the rope to go down this decline.
Yeah, which freaked Kat out in the first place, because here he is with rope and this and that, and she's like, what the hell is
She's
happening?
going to tie us up and kill us. Valid.
Yeah.
Because again, the way he's acting is fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
And so they tie a rope to Bobby around his shorts. And Kat is like, why does Bobby have to be the one to do this? And Clark says, well, he has the camera. And Kat's like, anybody can use the camera, which is valid.
Yeah. She's feeling very apprehensive.
And Bobby's like, no, it's fine. Which I'm trying to remember. Again, I have seen this twice, but I have only seen it twice. So I'm trying to remember if Clark had, like, a good excuse as to why, really. I mean, they talk in the movie about how the camera is rented out under Bobby's name, so if anything happens to it, like, Bobby would get personally in trouble for it, so. But, I mean, I still find that to be pretty flimsy, especially because at this point, as far as Bobby and Kat are concerned, Clark is the leading expert in all things this area. So,
yeah.
Really still, he should be the one to take the camera and go down there. But Bobby doesn't mind. He's fine. So
he thinks it's cool.
And it is steep. He slides down a little bit and yells at them for not holding it sturdily enough.
They have it tied to a bed, right?
Yeah.
Bed frame.
And they're holding onto the rope too and slowly letting it out. So he gets down there, and this is again where it kind of switches to a found footage type of viewpoint, and it's gross. Like, there's piles of laundry. Like,
giant piles of laundry.
And it smells bad, and it looks gross, and there's a door that's, like, sideways, and there's a light flickering in one of the back rooms. And Kat keeps checking on Bobby periodically. He's down there for a couple minutes, and he's just panning his camera around, and he sees his t-shirt.
Yeah.
Doesn't have him in it, obviously. It's just part of the pile of laundry, but it's literally a t-shirt that we saw him wearing earlier in the movie when they first filmed the Captain Clark furniture commercial and apartheid shirt, which is a cool shirt, by the way.
It is.
I think at the time, politically in the 90s, that probably would have been the apartheid that was happening in Africa, right?
Yes.
So he tells them to let more rope down because he wants to explore a little bit further, and they're like, no, that's all the rope there is.
Yeah, and Kat's getting really nervous. Like, she wants him to come up.
Mm-hmm. And the light's flickering, and he's getting closer to this dark corner, and something moves.
Mm-hmm.
And he immediately spooks and runs away.
Yeah.
He uses the rope. He, like, grabs the rope, and he's running up the slope.
He's like, pull me up, get me up there.
Yeah. Which is interesting because as a viewer, you don't see a lot of what it is.
Yeah.
You don't really see anything.
No.
So it makes you wonder, okay, did he see enough of it to be scared and we just didn't know? Because, like, yeah, the room is dirty and gross and stuff like that. And Kat is freaked out. But Bobby, up to this point, is not freaked out at all. Mm-hmm. So it just makes me wonder why he was immediately scared. Do you think it was, like, an instinctual thing?
Okay, so
because he had reason to be.
You're in a weird room.
Mm-hmm.
In a weird place that you know, went through a wall to get to.
Sure.
And all of a sudden you see something move. No matter what it is. Aren't you going to want to get the fuck out?
Yeah, but there could be other people there.
I'm not sure I would even... Nope. It's piled in that dirty laundry grossness.
Okay, fair.
I'm out.
I would be a little bit nervous that it was like a homeless person living down there, and
I don't know if I would think person.
Very isolated, crazy person.
That place is weird.
It is weird. So you would expect, like, if something was malicious down there, it's probably just as weird.
Probably.
So he does run away, which is good because of what happens later, but not that much later.
No, not that much later at all.
So they do successfully pull him up. I thought he was going to get nabbed, like, right away.
Me too. I was really mad at them, though. You had him up there. Untie the freaking rope that's still hanging down in the hole, right?
Yeah.
This is the first thing people...
pull up the rope.
Pull up the rope with you, or have whoever's pulling you up, pull it up. You don't leave slacking rope behind you, because that is just offering whatever's behind you to reach up and grab it.
Well, and this is the thing, too. I thought this was, like, common. It's like when you dive, when you climb, you usually always have a knife, right? You're supposed to have a knife with you. Mm-hmm. So, like, they should have had a knife. It wasn't like it was a fucking giant rope from a pirate ship, okay? It was just like, it was just blue, thin rope. He's trying to get it untied, and he can't. And he's like, Clark, man, what the fuck is this knot?
Yeah, and he can hear things down there. I mean...
Yeah, and he's like, I can't get it untied. Like, get it off me. And then, well, something starts pulling on the rope. Mm. And you can't see it, because at this point, the camera has been set down on the bed, which this is great framing. It was very creepy.
It was.
He gets yanked. They can't... Both Kat and Clark try to grab Bobby and make it to where he's not being pulled down. Me, personally, those shorts would have come off.
Oh, yeah. Everything would have come off. We're gonna save my life, bitch.
Maybe everybody's about to see my Slim Jim, but at the price of my life, that's okay.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, he doesn't take his shorts off. His jorts, they and the rope are his ultimate demise, because he gets yoinked down there, and then the rope is tied to the bed. So as soon as the rest of the rope gets, because whatever it is that grabbed him is keeping pulling the rope, the bed slides forward and knocks Clark and Kat down the slide.
Yep.
And
oh boy.
Kat immediately gets up and runs tries to run after Bobby. Keep in mind, the camera goes down the chute with them. There's blood all over the floor, and you see Bobby dragged into the sideways door, and the door closes.
Rough.
Very creepy.
Mm-hmm.
10 out of 10. I liked it.
I ain't doing that shit. Not going in any weird rooms. Not doing it. You go and tell me how it worked out for you.
Damn. So Kat goes running around so it's so hard to explain. So there's the sideways door, and then there's the room, the dark room initially that Bobby was trying to explore. Kat runs into that and goes around to try and find Bobby. Clark, on the other hand, notices that the door is opening back up. So he goes into the ceiling tiles, which are on the right wall. And he slivers in there.
Slivers.
And runs away because he's scared.
Imagine that. Oh, it's so bad.
There's so much stuff that happens in these bases. There's the Christmas tree room.
That's so creepy in there.
I would have taken the laundry room before I would have taken the Christmas room, personally.
Oh, me too.
I don't know why that is. Exactly. It doesn't really make sense. So there's a dark-ass room, and there's just a Christmas tree in the middle, lit up, and there's Christmas music, and it's creepy as fuck, dude. Mm-hmm. It's fucking creepy. And then he goes around the tree, and there's a lady there. She's a fucked up lady. And then there's a dude that's, fused to his chair, and there's a lamp. And that's creepy. Mm-hmm. And so he gets chased through Christmas land. Again, it's dark as fuck.
It is.
And then he falls into, this half pool of water. And then it's kind of like a bathroom or, a tiled space. And everything's fucked up. There's windows, but you can't see beyond what they are. And he ends up hearing Kat's voice. The whole time he's carrying the camera, by the way. So he sets the camera down when he hears Kat's voice, and he goes to the wall, and she's like, I can see you, but he can't see her, and he can hear her voice, and he's like, is there, a door? Is there a window?
Yeah.
Can you get through? And then she starts screaming that there's something behind him.
Yeah.
And this
She's
is
like,
when
behind you.
Something picks up the camera, and it just keeps going up and up. So it's something very tall.
Uh-huh.
And then the camera cuts.
It's creepy.
So then,
she says,
Mary gets woken up out of a dead sleep from a nightmare about her mother. Super agoraphobic. Her mom is extremely mentally ill. Okay, very agoraphobic.
Yeah.
Like, put blockades against the door and paper on the windows so she can't see out and can't look out.
And she's just a very little girl. Mary is in this dream.
Yeah. And at the beginning of the movie, you actually see her childhood home. You learn this later, but it is her childhood home that she grew up in, quote unquote, with her agoraphobic mother getting demolished. And she takes, from the broken up sidewalk, she takes Mom's handprint.
Yeah, they had put handprints in the cement. Mm-hmm. Which that was a big thing back in the 70s and 80s and 90s. Out at my mom and dad's old house, our footprints are all in the cement. My brother, mine, and my other brother.
That's cool. We didn't do anything like that.
We did.
Maybe Austin and Adam did. I don't know. I don't remember doing it, though. So she gets woken up out of a dead sleep and her phone's ringing. She doesn't reach it in time. It's the middle of the night. And she gets an answering machine message, and it's Clark. And he says something to the effect of, I opened the window. I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
Which that's one of the things that she says in her little cute self-help tapes.
Yeah. Open the window. No,
Learn
thanks.
your true, or accept your true self, or, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So she's worried. Obviously, she decides to drive out to the furniture store.
What a dum-dum.
Well, and this
First of all, as a therapist, you should not be going alone to find someone. You should call for help before you go.
Yeah, you call the police. You have them, or you call a mobile crisis unit, which I just learned about recently. Yep. Story for another time. Wasn't for me, though. No.
I had to call them for Sydney. No. No, really not.
So, yeah, you call other professionals to help them.
Yeah.
But she's just like, no, I'll go help them.
By myself.
And this is the first time in the movie that we see that time has passed. Because when she goes to the door of the furniture store, under the door is stuffed with mail. Stuffed. Absolutely stuffed.
Yeah.
The funny part about it is the door's not even locked.
Yeah, that's even more.
And nothing's been,
disturbing.
Stolen from the store or anything. This is, San Jose, California. So,
yeah. So weird. It's all weird.
It's a city. You'd think that, nobody was... I mean... I don't know. Ever since the rise of cameras and stuff, people are more scared to steal. But I feel like in the 90s, it wasn't that big. This man could not afford to have cameras in his store. Okay. Maybe it was just none of it was worth stealing.
Maybe, but I don't know. It just, yeah. I mean, furniture is a hard thing to steal because it's big, but... Also you would think if someone saw all that mail laying there that would be a good target. That's what they say is you should have your mail held at the post office or whatever if you go away for an extended time because that can tell a thief that you're not there. So, yeah, weird.
Okay. At this point, we also get a cut to a new character played by Mark Duplass, who we talked about Creep.
Uh-huh.
The very same.
He's creepy.
He is creepy.
He was very good for Creep because he's creepy.
So I think we saw him once before. He saw Clark on the camera screen. He knows something about the Backrooms.
Yeah.
And then he sees the Captain Clark's Furniture Store commercial on the TV when he's at home with his wife and kids. And he immediately recognizes him. He doesn't recognize Clark, though.
No.
He recognizes something else. So, we'll get back to that. So Mary enters the store. Nobody's there. Nobody's manning the counter. She goes down to the basement and she sees
his map, his writings, his everything, and the door that he has taped off so he knows where it's at.
And she puts her hand through the doorway and guess what? It goes through.
And so does she.
Yeah.
Because, human curiosity. We're
Well,
dumb.
at this point, she's like, oh shit, he was telling the truth about this.
I'm going to save him, too. There's something wrong. She feels like there's something wrong, so she's going to go save him.
And she's wandering around until she gets to this mural, which was creepy as fuck.
Everything in this place is creepy as fuck.
It was very ramblings of a crazy man, too. Mm-hmm. Like, with his freaking crayon drawings on the wall. I don't know if it was crayon. That's just what I assumed.
Mm-hmm. It looked crayonish. Is that a word?
Crayonish?
Crayonish.
So she hears something behind her, and she turns around, and she had caught a glimpse of Clark. But he had stepped out of view.
Yeah.
And she asks him, why are you hiding? And he's like, you're being too loud.
Yeah.
Red flag.
Yeah, now I'm running for the door to get the hell out.
I'm like, what?
Okay.
You know what, Clark? You seem like you're doing well here. Just gonna go back to the office. Mm-hmm. Clean bill of health. Bye-bye. Mm-hmm. And she's like, what do you mean? What are you doing down here? What is this place? And she's able to coax him out. I immediately thought that there was something physically wrong with him when he was hiding.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
And I'm not convinced that something wasn't physically wrong with him, but definitely mentally wrong with him.
I was going to say, he's... physically, he seemed to look okay.
So it gets to a point where they're talking, and they both hear approaching footsteps. And Clark says, don't be scared, it's just me.
You know me.
And he gets behind her, and immediately I'm like, oh shit, is he like... I thought, watching this, that he was going to, offer her up. But he got behind her so he could choke her until she fell unconscious.
Yeah, he choked her out. Boom.
And the whole time he's like, it's okay. It's okay. Shh.
Yeah.
Dude.
Right? I mean, she couldn't fight. He was stronger than she was, so that makes me
so
physically,
icky.
Unless he was possessed. I don't know.
So this movie, I'm sure you'd be surprised to know, it does take kind of a weird turn at this point. I mean, it's always been weird, but it kind of...
Yeah, it's been weird.
It kind of... I don't want to say it shifts genre, but it does something. So she wakes up tied to a chair in this fake kitchen, and there's a dude with a fucked up face in the chair behind her, and there's a woman standing in the corner, very demurely, very quietly, and Clark is sitting on the other end of the table, and he's like, hello.
So bad. He's so creepy.
I can't even, really describe this scene, even though I've seen it twice. Basically, he talks about how, this place is super cool, and how the entities in it aren't real people. They don't react to anything. You can even hurt them, but they don't, you can even stab them, but they can't feel pain. And he does. He stabs the one right in the neck, and it doesn't react.
And he thinks it's funny. It's bad.
It was pretty sick. And obviously Mary's freaked out because she's tied up, and he has a knife, and he's stabbing a person. What kind of looks like a fucked up person, and nothing happens. But then he cuts into it. Yeah. And it's the best part is you can eat them. So apparently he's been eating them the whole time he's been...
It's so gross. It's so gross. I don't even know how to... Yeah. It looks like fluffy marshmallow.
Yeah, but it's slimy. There's a slimy quality to it,
it's weird.
Too.
Okay.
Now, my first watch, I did not recognize... Because Clark has a photo of him and his wife. The first time I watched this, I didn't recognize the lady in the corner as his wife. The second time, it absolutely is his wife.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Did we figure out who the guy was?
I think he was the electrician.
Oh, that would make sense. Yeah, he kind of, yeah.
I think. I don't know for sure, but I think.
So, I didn't realize that was his wife either. Oh.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks.
Again, that was the
makes perfect sense.
That was the second watch thing, especially because of how this still life caricature thing, whatever it is, the way she reacts later on.
That's insane.
With a different character. So she stays quiet. She doesn't talk. She doesn't do anything. She actually looks very uncomfortable in Clark's presence.
Yeah.
She doesn't do anything. Yeah.
But she is uncomfortable the whole time. You see it.
Yeah. Not Mary, the entity, the
Yes.
woman. And so he's like, I want to do the role playing again. And Mary's like, the fuck? Like, no.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, we're going to do it again. And this time, you're going to tell me that I'm right and everything I did was correct and, you know, all this stuff. And she's like, you are. And he's like, not so fast. We're going to do this right.
Yeah.
And so...
I mean, you can tell he's completely unhinged.
Yeah. He's completely insane at this
he's
point.
lost it.
And so he scalps the red hair off of... And that's another indicator that it's his wife.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He scalps the still life lady and puts it onto Mary so that they can do their role play thing.
So that makes me really wonder if he killed his wife in real life. Outside of Backrooms, I mean.
Yeah. So, yeah. So they start to do it, and it gets to a point where Mary just won't do it anymore. She's like, you know what the truth of it is? Is that you suck. You're a piece of shit. You're whiny. Your wife left you because you're whiny. You don't take accountability for anything. You know, she goes off on him, and he's like...
she totally tells him off.
Which is an interesting choice, because, again, he has a knife and has her tied up, but I respect it.
Yeah.
And he's shocked by it. He's like, what did you just say to me?
Yeah.
But then he kind of almost seems to accept what she has to say, and he gets emotional, and this is such good acting, by the way.
Oh, yeah. No, it was
phenomenal acting. He's like, I don't think I want to change. I like the way I am, and I like it here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here it is in the Backrooms, his mental state, maybe all of the above. And she's like, then don't. And she's like, but please let me go.
Yeah.
Like, and he agrees. And you're like, man, good movie. Super weird. He only gets one arm untied, though, when the footsteps come again. And immediately, the woman still life freaks the fuck out. She goes to the only place she can, which is the far corner, and is like scrambling to try to crawl through the walls to get away from whatever's coming.
Yeah.
And this is when I guess the main entity is revealed, and
This is where I was like, what the fuck is happening?
I think this is where a lot of people kind of were like, okay. It's a giant pirate Clark.
So it's like the pirate he was playing in the commercial that you see in the beginning, only it's like this big animated, like, well, not animated, but he looks like he's cartoony. It's, you know.
It's definitely like a caricature.
Yeah.
And I honestly think because of how the still life wife thing reacted, I think it is literally like a physical manifestation of like his alcoholism. That's what I got.
Oh, yeah.
Because really what it came down to was like how nasty Clark got when he was drinking and how it was ruining his life, and his wife was mad about it.
Yeah.
And when you have the context of that still life being pretty fucked up, weird version of his wife, and then the way that she reacts when Clark comes stumbling in, larger than life, violent.
Yeah. Could definitely be his alcoholism / mental health.
So Clark talks to himself, and it's clear that he knows that it's him, because he tells it, this is Mary, you know, she's okay, she's just leaving, but she said that it was okay for us to be us. Mm-hmm. Like, it's all gonna be okay. And Pirate Clark kind of reaches down and picks him up, and then you think goes to hug him, but then it becomes Saturn eating his child. Have you ever seen that painting?
Yes.
One of the most fucked up paintings ever. Interestingly, that whole myth and stuff has to do with ego.
Which makes sense.
So, you know. So it kills Clark, and Mary finally gets her other arm loose, because this whole time, like, when it comes in, she's like, oh, fuck no. She's trying to get away. Well, she finally gets...
Giant pirate's not killing me today.
Yeah, especially because she gets sprayed with blood when it bites into Clark, and so she starts running away. And the Backrooms change. Mm-hmm. They become her Backrooms.
Yeah.
because it becomes her neighborhood. Sort of.
Yeah, sort of.
In her house. And Pirate Clark is running after her. She keeps trying to escape him. I swear to God, I don't know what it is with these people in horror movies, but somehow, and I know part of it is like, it's just how they have to do it. I'm sure it's how they have to film it, but run faster.
I know.
What the fuck?
I know. I can understand if they were like overweight old people. But these are, like, young, in the prime of life, healthy people. Why are they not running fast?
She fucking meanders, dude.
I mean, if it were me, I would have to meander, because there's no... I still think I'd run faster, because I'd be terrified.
I don't care if my whole leg bone is sticking out of my leg. I'm fucking hobbling as fast as I physically can. Because she's jumping over all these couches at one point, and she, like, hurts her shin, and then she's limping the rest of the time. Like, bitch, you didn't break shit. Get over it. Like, hurry up.
Yeah.
The amount of anxiety I had with this fucking bitch, she gets into this weird doorway and then she's on this huge, like, it's like a skyrise but inverted. So the walls are all around. Like in the middle, there's this empty space where she could fall. Mm-hmm. And there's a staircase leading up to a door. And there is no urgency at all.
No, there really wasn't. No.
I was like, girl, I know, like, first of all, the ledge is 3 fucking feet wide. You can go faster. There's plenty of room. Okay? And then she's like crawling on her hands and knees up the wide-ass stairs.
Well, because there was no railing on either side.
Oh my God, they were 6 feet wide. She was fine.
Yeah, she probably was.
I don't know. Maybe like part of her character is she's scared of heights.
Maybe.
I don't know. But my patience was being tested. Couldn't have been me. So she goes up through, and she ends up in the basement of the furniture store. Mm-hmm. And she thinks she's gotten out. Now, immediately, I was like, she hasn't gotten out. She didn't go out the right way.
Yeah.
She's still in the back rooms, but she doesn't know it. So she tries to go up the stairs and escape out the doors, but guess what? The doors don't open. Mm-mm. Or they do open, but it's just to a wall.
Yeah. There's nothing there. And you still hear the thump, because here comes Giant Pirate Man. And Giant Pirate Clark.
There's this trap that was sent with, like, looks like giant fire extinguishers, but obviously it's some kind of gas.
Yeah.
And she manages to make it through this narrow gap before Pirate Clark can get her. And there's people in hazmat suits. I will say, when she finally gets into this narrow gap and Pirate Clark is kind of reaching after her, it was a little bit, like, I felt some pity for it, I guess, if that makes sense. Because it was kind of, like, crying. Mm-hmm. Like, it wanted her. Did it want to kill her? Like, we don't really know. We can assume because...
Or was that the part of Clark that wanted to bring her into his world and keep her there?
We don't know what his intentions were. Like, obviously, he killed real Clark.
Yeah.
And he was chasing after Mary, but was it malicious?
But was it him killing real Clark, or was it him killing the good part of Clark? And so that's what would remain. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, I understand the physical world Clark, but...
Well, that's the thing about the Backrooms, is that the real life does manifest there, but it manifests there wrong. Mm-hmm. And what's interesting about Pirate Clark is that he was so accurate. I mean, obviously there was inaccuracies, okay? Real life Clark was not an actual pirate with a peg leg. And he had a real peg leg.
Yeah.
But, like, compared to the other things that ended up in the back room, the other entities, the other people that ended up in the back room, and what was messed up about them, he was unique. Mm-hmm. So she gets gassed, and she wakes up in this facility, and then you see the dude that you saw briefly looking through the other side of the camera, that you saw with his family when he saw the commercial, where he recognized Pirate Clark specifically, and he's there to interview Mary. And he's like, how the fuck did you get here? Yeah. And she's like, well, I entered through the basement of a furniture store. Yeah. And he's like, okay, so you just were looking to buy furniture? And she was like, no, I was looking for someone I knew. And he's like, okay, well, can you just confirm to me that it's this person? And he has a photo of Clark looking up at Pirate Clark. But the funny thing about this picture just made me laugh altogether because there's a sensor bar over Pirate Clark, but you can kind of tell because it's like the top of his pirate hat and like his peg leg and like the size differential. Like you can connect the dots. Okay?
Oh yeah, for sure.
They didn't censor it very well.
No, they did not.
And Mary's already seen it, so I don't know what the fuck that's all about. Also, when she was walking back to where the interrogation room is, Pirate Clark was literally, like, being scanned.
I know.
And he had a very human-looking skeleton.
Yeah.
Like, tongue and everything. I hate x-rays with tongues. Like, there's just something really disturbing about it. Like, the tongue goes really far down the throat.
Oh, it does, yeah.
I don't like that. Anyway, she's like, what am I doing here? Like, can I go? And Phil, his name is Phil, he's like, that's not up to me. I just need you to, like, confirm that this is the man that you saw. And she's like, I don't know what you want from me. Like, can I just...
Yeah. I just want to go home.
She's like, I told you everything I knew.
I got attacked by a giant pirate.
Like, really, the person that they wanted was Clark, obviously, I think. He would have been the one with more of the answers, potentially, than Mary. It's kind of implied that Mary's never going to leave the facility, though.
Yeah, pretty much.
And the last shot of the movie is a entity that looks an awful lot like Mary in the back rooms. With a fucked up face, just like the other things that we saw. Just sitting there, staring into nothing. Actually, you know, upon saying that out loud, I'm not sure that it was Mary or if it was her mom. Because eventually her mom gets institutionalized. That's one of the flashbacks that we see is her in the hospital. And her mom is vacant, essentially, probably because she's drugged to the gills.
I think it might have been her mom. Because it seems that once we lose it completely, that's where we end up. I'm nearly headed towards the back rooms, just so you know.
You think so?
Yes, I am.
I understand that. Yeah, it's
a weird, creepy, sad movie. Because you literally, I mean, you know that people are descending into madness. I mean, you see Clark go from being just a regular guy to really just finding his way into madness.
Yeah, Phil reveals that this is what he does for work. Like, they study the Backrooms.
Yeah.
And you would think, because they spend all this time there, that there would be things in the Backrooms from them. Like, fucked up weird things in hazmat suits or whatever. Mm-hmm. But for whatever reason, there isn't. And I think it's because the beings that manifest in the Backrooms, I think the Backrooms might work kind of like a mirror. And if it doesn't see anything, it can't copy it.
True.
So I think that's maybe potentially part of the reason why they wear the suits. Because then...
that protects them from manifesting anything into the rooms.
And I think perhaps if a part of you is able to manifest there, it takes a hold of you.
And it's not the good part of you that manifests there, usually.
No.
So...
I don't think there's anything good about it. No, when I was kind of like looking into this movie and like reading some things, there's some interesting argument. Oh, I forgot to even mention. So he opens the fridge while they're having their little mock dinner, and Kat's head is inside of it.
Yeah.
By the way, he's like, I tried to help her. How'd you try to help her, Clark?
Yeah, he hauled her down into that world with him.
Anyway, there's some arguments online about whether or not Pirate Clark killed Bobby or if it was something else. Because one thing that we know about Pirate Clark is that he doesn't move very quickly.
No, exactly.
He's very lumbering. So, like, what the fuck was able to slurp up Bobby?
There was lots of creepy things in there, I think. Because obviously Clark wasn't the only one in the back room. I mean, there's other manifestations in there. And they'd been studying it before Clark found his way there. So, yeah.
It makes me wonder how long... Because when we see Phil in the living room with his family, it's before Clark begins to live in the Backrooms full time. So how did Pirate Clark manifest in the first place? Because it was the thing that smashed apart the caveman.
Yeah.
And that was the first time Clark was in the Backrooms. So maybe the Backrooms was kind of a bigger part of the furniture store than we knew and Clark knew. Because even though part of it obviously went into like the office space area of it, how was it able to glean so much from Clark? How long was Pirate Clark there? How did it get there? Like, there's so... And listen, this is the... Pirate Clark is kind of absurd, and you have to kind of, like... It's a hard pill to swallow, especially because so much of the movie has been, like, very mysterious and, like, shadows and, you know, stuff like that. So the reveal is... Some people are going to be disappointed. They're going to think it's weird and cheesy and stupid. It doesn't bother me, because the more I think about this movie, the more I'm just, like, so excited by the potential it has. And they gave, like, the studio, it's an A24 studio. One thing I like about them is that they take a lot of chances. So they give a lot of creative control to the actual, like, directors and writers and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So Kane Parsons was able to do whatever the fuck he wanted with this movie. And there wasn't studio interference like we're used to. The acting in this movie is incredible.
It is a very good movie. There may be people that are disappointed with the ending. At first I was like, what the fuck? But then I really just contributed it to mental health. And so then it all made sense to me that it was just his madness. And that was the manifestation of his madness and whatever else is going on. And then I was like, wait, is that really what's happening? I mean, there's a lot of questions to be answered in this film. But I think that's the whole point of it. You just really don't know. They just really don't understand what the Backrooms are. Yeah. Or what's happening there.
They keep studying it. That's why he was kind of interrogating Mary, because he was just like, we've been studying it for so long, we still don't understand what's happening.
Yep.
So Clark is played by Chiwetel Ejiofor, right? Right, Becks?
Yes, but did you say it right?
I hope so. I'm sorry. It is not a name I've ever said before today. I will be completely honest with you. We live in a very white area. No one is named Chiwetel Ejiofor. See? Nailed it. I'm gonna say that was probably an almost perfect pronunciation. So he played Clark, and then Renate Rensby played Mary. And that's a Norwegian name, so they were testing me today. Mm-hmm. We all know how good I am at foreign words and names and places.
Yes, we don't mean to slaughter them. We try hard.
We really don't. There's just some noise things that my French, Canadian, Dutch tongue was never meant to say naturally. I have to really work at it. But the acting is incredible. I mean, Kane Parsons, I think, is 20. I'm looking it up. Kane Parsons, oh my god, he was born in 2005.
Oh boy.
Okay, so he's like 21. But the filming and stuff of this movie started in 2023. Wow. So he was 18, 19 when they approached him with this fucking movie deal. Yeah. Because his YouTube series was so popular. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does in the future. Whether it's more Backrooms movies, or I think I'm going to start watching the Backrooms videos that he does on YouTube, because I like it. I just think it's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Like I said, I knew nothing about it.
And the success of this movie and the success of Iron Lung, which another YouTuber did, Markiplier, like, it just warms my heart, because you have all these greedy Hollywood execs who are like, people love Star Wars, so let's make a Star Wars movie no one asked for. And this is coming from a Star Wars fan, okay? I'm a huge Star Wars fan. And then they're mad because it doesn't make the money they wanted to. And it's like, well, nobody asked for this. And it's schlocky, and it's the 700th sequel. And no one asked for it. Okay? And then it doesn't make any money. And then they have this 19-year-old that comes on the scene by the name of Kane Parsons, who made really inexpensive YouTube videos, and then his movie made $1 billion. I don't know how much it made. It grossed over $212 million.
Wow, good for him. That's awesome.
And they started filming when he was like 18, 19 years old. Like,
that's crazy.
He's kicking these people's ass. This movie did super well for nobody knowing what the fuck it was. I also went into this movie blind. I vaguely knew what the Backrooms were, but not very much. And then you have a movie by Steven Spielberg called Disclosure Day, and that movie sucks and everyone hates it. And it just makes me laugh.
I'm interested to see that too. I'd like to see why it sucks, but...
A lot of people are saying if it didn't have Spielberg's name attached to it, it would be like an M. Night Shyamalan movie, which is crazy.
Wow, that's sad.
Yeah. So I'm also kind of curious about it, but you know how I feel about aliens. I can't do it. I'll have nightmares for weeks.
I want to watch that new one that Robin mentioned on Netflix too. See what that's all about.
Yeah. So we got plans. We're gonna be doing a review of the Jekyll and Hyde musical. We'll be doing our presentation in Port Huron. So we have some fun stuff planned.
Yeah, next week we have our presentation. So I don't know if there'll be a new episode up. There might be if we do a quick episode about Jekyll and Hyde, the musical. Because that one shouldn't be too long of an episode. Because we're going to have to prep for our presentation. We will be presenting at noon in Port Huron.
In Port Huron, Michigan.
At Frankenfest.
What date is it? The
27th of June. Yep. A week from Saturday.
So come see us.
Yeah, we're excited.
Today the pod, tomorrow the world. My name is Sydney Rebecca.
And I'm Rebecca Snow.
And we're the Becks.